Oh, there it goes. Hey guys, I'm here at the shop of the legendary John Doyle of John's Hammond organ service. He's treating us to a piano solo. I'd been asked to film some footage while I was here. Doing a little Steely Dan there, or?
No, don't put that on there. Michael McDonald.
That's what I was thinking. Why did I say Steely Dan?
That's not an organ. Nobody's interested in this stuff, Spiffy.
You never know.
The tone wheels, man.
So, I'll just show you some of the stuff that he's got here. Well, now, remind me what that Leslie is on the end, because that's...
That is a 242.
Okay, so that is a horn and...
122 in the decorator cabinet.
They're ugly, but they sound good.
They sound just like a 122 or...
So, and then there's a whole row of short Leslies here. Are these all yours, or are these all for sale, or...?
They're all... I own them. They're all for sale. Some are sold.
Some are sold.
A couple are being delivered one Wednesday, one Thursday.
There's some manuals back there. What's this on the bottom? A 715 maybe, or a...
That is a 710.
710.
This is, you know, the island of misfit toys. This is a 771. There's a 122A, a 710, and a 242. And then the rest of these are 142s, 145s, 122s. You get down that end, it's the field coil end.
Yeah, that's my favorite end, but I have actually always wanted a 770 or 771.
That's a really clean 771 there.
I've always wanted one. Because I'm deaf and I like loud.
There's here's a couple A102s.
The speaking of misfit toys, it's the frou-frou legs.
Here's four more A100s.
I didn't even venture back here yet.
These are A100s.
This is oh, here's a Whirly. This is the same one Todd has.
200A, man.
Yeah, did Todd tell you about the one he bought?
No.
His wife bought it for him, technically.
Here's another 122 and a 145. There's, I think, 26 Leslies down here and 15 consoles right now.
So, I had the privilege of playing a few of these, and they all sound great, even the ones he's not done with yet. This is a Model A here, for those who don't know the Model A Hammond. This is one of his favorites, apparently, by the way. He keeps coming back to it.
That's the one Bill Hyde was playing yesterday on Facebook. And this is a great box. That box is going to a church Wednesday. Sold.
See, I guess I was confused before. I thought you said Bill bought it.
No.
So Bill was playing it, but...
He was playing it. He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it. That box is going to the church on Thursday.
I like this old Model A. What I would love to figure out, and I think there's a set of manuals you can drop in to do it, but maybe from like a C or a D. I'd love to make a Model A that has the proper, like newer fold back at the top, but the older no fold back at the bottom.
Oh, the custom.
Well, didn't they make a set of manuals for a C or a D that were like that, or am I making that up in my head?
No, not that I know of. There would have been two different manuals in an organ. That's where Sal would come in, man. Sal can answer all those questions.
I swear, somebody told me once that that existed a set of manuals. No, I'm not talking about the upper and lower. I'm talking about the foldback at the high foldback.
Oh,
being
well. You're talking about manual tapering.
Yeah.
They changed the tapering several times.
So I'm talking about the current, you know, the 50s, 60s era tapering on top, but then no fold back on the bottom.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to make a Model A that did that. But
you could do it.
One day I'll have the time.
There's, you know, this is most of the, you know, there's stuff back in the corner. There's probably 5 generators and 2 sets of manuals.
I saw the manuals. I didn't see the generators, but I'll sneak a peek back there.
The generators might be in a different location.
Some broken teeth on that. There. I can't tell what it is. It's a keypad from something. Something thoroughly destroyed.
That down there? Oh, that's Yamaha.
So this is where the magic happens over here. This is possibly the brightest workspace I've ever seen.
Gotta have bright when you get old, man. Here's the parts.
See, now if I had this, I would have all my Leslie amps rebuilt already.
There's all your fasteners.
Because what I hate about rebuilding Leslie amps is ordering the parts and getting all the parts together.
Caps. Amphenol connectors. Amphenol's a go-go. 5-pin, 6-pin, 9-pin cord cap. There's Trek 2 stuff, EIS relays, miscellaneous vacuum tubes, Leslie parts, some motor cords. It's down here. Some miscellaneous transformers.
Jarbar set.
These are all, that's loaded with
Hammonds.
A ton of them. There's probably 70 MEs in there.
Nice. Yeah, there's always more MEs than there are.
Here, we've got CT switch parts, bottom covers.
What are I recognize these, but I can't tell you what from.
Oh, that's dials that are on the Freedom box. If you want to know about those, you got to talk to Joey DiFrancesco. There's idlers. Here's grommets. These are all Leslie parts. Idler bearing, drum grommets, belts. Here's more miscellaneous stuff. If you're converting an amp, you need labels.
That's really nice to have the labels made up. I don't know that I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, 122 and 147.
That 122 label looks like, yeah, they look like the originals.
They're kind of, they don't say Leslie on them because that would be against the law. Here's some vintage Leslie parts. This is when I bought the wrong fuse holders here. Here's some.
Oh.
Yeah, you want one? You can take one with you.
Sure, have a souvenir.
It's not a half-inch.
Oh, so you have to drill it out, yeah.
Here's EP6 connectors and quarter-inch connectors. Some B+ grabbers for 6x5, 6x4. The drawbar parts. Knobs, contacts, resistance wires.
See, I love this organization. This is what I dream that my workspaces will look like one day when
pedal parts. All your pedal parts. Let's see here. Miscellaneous Hammond parts.
Nice looking keys.
Arms, lockdown assemblies. Then you get into, that's some Yamaha stuff. Here's solid state Leslie stuff.
You got the Radio Shack labels there.
Yeah, I haven't. These came from Radio Shack.
Nice. From when they closed down.
This yet. Yeah, I got these for $20, man. These are drawers that have not been. I just got some miscellaneous BS.
Man, I should have checked with my Radio Shacks. Those would be really useful to have.
Yamaha key contacts.
So for those who don't know, John Doyle, JHOS, is also authorized Yamaha Service Center and Hammond Suzuki, and
here's tactile switches. These are different. There's 4 or 5 different types. This is for XB3s for the pedals.
I haven't yet met an XB3 that I liked. Have you?
No. These are mostly vintage parts. If anybody ever needs a C3 pedal like assembly.
I got a box of those too somewhere.
What is this?
You know what? I should start taking those and putting them like pictures around my house or something like that, just to put an LED in there, you know?
They're mint. Some of them have the original lamp.
Some of the original lamps still work. Probably not that one now.
No, this one probably doesn't work anymore. What else do we have up here? There's a couple 2 series ratchet drawbars. Here's some key combs, man. These are key combs. These are brand new.
Oh, wow.
This is new old stock key combs here.
That's a find.
Look at it. Still in the box. Still in the Hammond part number.
That's cool.
Key combs. What else? This is a lot of, oh, here's rebuilt motor control boards, 122A, 147A. We rebuild motor control boards here.
Oh, you rebuild them?
Yes.
Cool. How often do you come across the Leslies with those, the 122As and the 122XBs and all that?
There's probably 30 or 40 of them in the Detroit area. We got here's our motor control rebuild. Here's our motor control rebuild kit. This is every part you would need.
I hear so many horror stories about...
No, this is every part you need to rebuild the motor control board.
It's not that much.
No, there's your pots.
So after you rebuild one, is it pretty much issue-free for, you know...
When I rebuild them, they're issue-free until somebody overdrives. You know, what takes them out, I've got a cabinet over there, I test them. I let them run for a couple hours. But a lot of times, you know, those things are those things are being getting their power from the cathode voltage. So when the output tubes take a dump, it messes up the voltage supply to the motor control board and stresses everything out. There's a regulator in there that gets messed up. There's capacitors.
So would you have a more reliable, motor control board, or Leslie in general, if you installed a separate power supply to power the motor control board?
Well,
Or?
that's what they did with the 122NA. They changed.
See, I don't know a thing about the newer Leslies.
Is if you rebuild the motor control board and you've got a good set of tubes and the power supply is right in the amp, 122A will run for 10 years without having any problems. But if you continue to run it into the ground, it's not going to take the use of the traditional Leslie. It just won't.
Yeah. That's one thing that's pretty amazing about the original Hammonds and Leslies, is they will take some abuse.
Well, yeah, the average, the newest one now is 42 years old. The newest Hammond.
Right.
Is 42 years old. But they average 60.
Well, hopefully I showed you guys everything that you would want to see. Here's the pedal section over here. And some cool old arcade games. Because you can't, be into old Hammonds and not be into other cool old stuff.
That's how it started, man. It started with jukeboxes and pinball machines.
When I was a kid, I badly wanted a vintage jukebox. I don't know. I don't know why, and I don't know what happened to that desire, because it's completely gone now. But,
I had electromechanical pinball machines. That's why when I first took the back off a console, it didn't intimidate me. It intrigued me.
yeah, because I think compared to a pinball machine, the Hammond organ seems pretty easy.
Yeah, there's a lot less relay logic, once you overcome the vacuum tube circuits. It's over. Hey, Spiff, here's a tutorial on how to get to a DM board on a Yamaha. We're almost there. This DM board is going to a senior citizen center tomorrow.
Oh, so you're taking a donor part out of this.
Well, the thing is it'll take, I can send theirs out to Yamaha, and it'll take about 4 weeks to get it back. But they want this thing working ASAP, so
There you go.
I'll loan them mine.
Are these the only speakers in here? Are these the two little small ones?
No.
Okay, I was saying, that seems like...
Yamaha calls those the squawkers. This piano, there's speakers under here.
Oh yeah, it's got that whole line array down there.
This has got more than one amplifier in it, I think.
It's really not a bad sounding digital piano.
No, this is a nice sounding piano. Very nice sounding instrument.
Oh. Hopefully you guys have seen everything you wanted to see. If not, you gotta come visit for yourself. I'm gonna play a couple more organs and then I gotta hit the road. But big thank you to John Doyle for opening up his shop, both for me to visit as well as allowing me to take video.
You're always welcome, Spiffy.
Well, I really appreciate that, John. And anybody who's in Michigan, this is the guy you come to for organ service. Don't bother going to anybody else. You heard it from me. Thanks for watching.